In there, it might not be obvious, but I'm using range names. And this is BP, and the range name for the BP data is BP. And let's go and have a look at BP. How do I go and get the BP data? I do it this way. All I have to do, because it's a range name, down arrow, find BP, click on it, the BP range. It's gone back to the BP worksheet, the input data from the Financial Times database, and that's where it's talking to. So as it's doing the VLOOKUP, it goes from there to here and back again. Very simple system, because these are all the same. Sparklines, look how I've done it. I've created Sparklines by ratio category rather than do the whole list. Because if I want to update a ratio category, then I don't want to have to spend time updating all of the list of all Sparklines. So I'm doing it section by section. Makes it more manageable. And I might want to do this just as an example, and you can see that I've done it. I might want to change the emphasis of some of the Sparklines here in profitability, for example, by changing the color scheme. I might want to do that, like that. And then I can do it group by group only, or I might decide that it's more appropriate for that to be a line graph. You get the idea. Sparklines, very useful, very flexible. Put it back to square one. Let's take a look at the indirect function. I've mentioned ratio data validation. I've mentioned range names. Let's have a look at the indirect function. How am I using that and why? Let's go back. Let's go to the review. Here's an example. First of all, of how fantastic the indirect function is, because it's so simple. And what it does is this. This is on the review sheet. I put the name of the company, the ticker symbol, WAL for Walgreen Boots Alliance. And what I tell it is, how do I go and get that data the easiest possible way from the Walgreen Boots blah, blah, blah data sheet? The answer is, I tell it, indirect, go to A5, concatenate that name, which is the name of the sheet, by the way. Look how simple the names of the sheets are. This is why I've used a ticker symbol to name each sheet. So go to that worksheet, and I just need to format it this way, and go to cell C7. So in WAL C7, I'll prove that in a second, you'll find total revenue. And in C24, you'll find net income. This is for 2022. Let me prove that. So let's go to Walgreen, ratio, data, I should say, there. C7, there's your total revenue. There's the name of the sheet, WAL. Keep it simple. In other files, I'm using the same system, and I have every sheet as a 3-letter name. Not quite the same here because I'm using ticker symbols. I've landed on OKVV. Let's have a look at that one. This is Airbus Industry, and it's caused me a problem. So let's go and find out why. And to do that, I need to go to OKVV, which is down here. Their ratios, which is this one. Why is it a problem? Not a problem. The raw data, perfectly straightforward. Two things here. Number one, not a problem. I've used it to estimate break-even analysis, the break-even point. Do notice I'm a little bit lax at updating some of the graph names. It's not GE. That's the nature of a template file. If you're not fully alert, you forget to do things. But I'm showing you how easy it is to correct. Now, what's the problem? So I've got my break-even analysis. By the way, this is real analysis. Sometimes it works really well. Sometimes, because it's accounting, reporting data, it's not really very useful, and you get ridiculous results. This one is not too bad. Take a look at it. But here, the stock history function, let me zoom in now. What's gone wrong? I'm using the stock history function, and you've seen already in this file, it works. But when I'm trying to find the stock history of OKVV, which is Airbus Industry, I can take it to the Financial Times. That's the history of their share data. I've got the charts. This is all the latest information. There's the last 5 years. So these data exist. But, and there's a ticker symbol, OKVV, I've got that right. It's giving me value error or the date error. I have checked this. I can't tell you what the problem is. All right, finally, Occidental, it's out of date. I'm going to show you how easy it is to update this now. I can try this because I put the Earl in there. Is it an up-to-date Earl? It is. So I've linked it directly to the Financial Times. Remember, you have to be a subscriber to the FT to do this, and I am. And the purpose of this is 2021, not 2022 yet. So this is over a year old. It's newer than this one. So what I do is I want to update this, and I want to stick to 5 years. So I simply select the data, and I've checked this already today. I go there, and I paste as that. One small problem you'll see in a second, but it's exactly the same layout. Go back, get the balance sheet, updated 2021. It's a bit clumpy doing it this way, but because it's password protected, it's the only way of doing it that I'm aware of anyway. So there's a balance sheet updated now, and cash flow statement. But you'll see in a second, because of the way I've done it, no issue, no problem. All right, so here we are then. What's the range name? It's OXY, the same as the sheet. So if I go and find OXY down here, there it is. There you are. Occidental, it's selected the whole of that range, right on target, and the small problem is this. Here, where they don't have data, they put dash dash. Not helpful. It gives you errors. So, Alt-E-E, Alt-E-E, shortcut for find and replace. I've already done it this morning, so there you are. Dash dash, replace it with a 0, and then replace all. 47 replacements in this example, maybe 26 in another one, maybe 58 in another one, and we're now up to date. Notice it's duplicated the button again. Go back to contents, Oxy, let's go look at ratios, and here we are with Oxy. Their ratios, they're all up to date. I know that because I can click on this one and see Oxy, 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 and I guarantee it's up to date now. I put the share price in there. Did I do anything else for Oxy? I didn't do the break-even analysis. But there you are then. This is my company analysis spreadsheet. It's growing month by month. And that's what I do. And they are some of the features of Excel that I use. And I'll just close by saying one final thing. The indirect function is volatile. That's why it might be a bad thing to use it. Sometimes, because I've got so many companies now with so many calculations going on, that a volatile ratio is always updating. Every time you press enter, F2, enter, it recalculates all of those with an indirect. Not necessarily a good thing, not best practice. Using range names, not a best practice for some people. I need it for this. I ignore that for this one. Financial modeling, maybe a different story. This is not financial modeling. But there we are then. For any company in my database, and I can, as you can see, I can add them at any time. Not bad, not bad. There we are. Thank you for watching with me, Duncan Williamson. Good luck.